When a movie is filmed for and projected in IMAX, the large format that you're watching isn't just about the size of the theater screen, it's also about the size of the image on the screen print. This is a single frame of IMAX 70mm film. It runs horizontally through the projector, and it's called 15 perf because there are 15 perforations in the film for every frame. This picture is almost 10 times the size of that stored on a standard 35mm frame, which has the same size perforations on smaller film and has to share real estate with the soundtrack on the right.
Wait, so that's a regular film, and then that's regular film, and then that's IMAX? Holy shit.
Size perforations on smaller film and has to share real estate with the soundtrack on the right. That's a difference in detail that I can see with my naked eye, both on the frame and when it's projected on a 90-foot tall film screen. Tested went to IMAX's LA headquarters to tour their vault of film prints, embed with technicians splicing together reels heavier than me and larger than this table, and visit the projection booth of their in-house theater, where some of the world's greatest directors come daily to review and sign off on their vision, printed in film's largest format.
Greg, you told me this is about 2.5 minutes of film, give or take?
Yeah, that's right.
That's 2.5 minutes? Holy shit. That's only 2.5 minutes? That's a lot of fucking film for 2.5 minutes? How big is bro, the Odyssey was 3 hours. How big was the Odyssey? That's crazy. Wait, hold up. You know what's interesting conversation? If 70mm IMAX is what cinema has to do now in order to be like, this is the most extravagant experience and this is how we attract audience and stuff like that. What is the natural progression from that point of time? Because what could be better than IMAX? It's like the biggest film format that we have. Unless we make an even bigger screen with even bigger film, 70mm full film. That's 70mm right there. That's fucking big. Unless we do even bigger, but I heard that IMAX is losing money. So what the fuck? Where does film go now? Do more directors start using IMAX? Fully captured on IMAX the same way that Nolan did? Does that sound like a trend with these bigger actors being like, we need to do this for the entire thing? Because I feel like the trend even started with Sinners. Sinners had a 70mm IMAX, and Ryan Coogler sort of pushed people to go watch 70mm IMAX. I definitely went to go watch it in IMAX. So does it naturally just get to more movies are in IMAX, fully shot in IMAX? And then what does it get to after that? Say in 10 years or 5 years or whatever, when people are like, okay, everybody's making movies on IMAX now. Where does it go from there? It's so interesting because if bigger, more capture, more detail is where things are heading to find more quality in these more expensive cinema experiences, where does it go eventually for people to find that same level of quality and same level of bang for your buck? Because I go to IMAX because I'm shit, if I'm going to the cinema, if I'm paying damn near $30-$40 for a cinema experience, let me at least see it in the biggest, most jaw-dropping screen I can fucking see, which is IMAX. So it's worth it for my dollar. But as things get more expensive and more people start using IMAX, where eventually does that go? Do we start getting IMAX versions in our own homes? I mean, how would that even work? Maybe a TV the size of your wall, pretty much. So interesting.
In my youth, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around the volume and weight. How do you guys handle something as simple as dailies or post-production?
Well, we have a team that does that, and which you'll meet in a second. And so we take this large roll of film. This actually is not as big as some. They go up to 1,000, even bigger than that.
2.5 minutes, by the way.
Assembled onto the rewind on a larger reel through the rewind bench.
Okay.
And they get spliced, and we wheel them out there, which you'll see as well. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's walk through this
let's do
process.
that.
Okay.
All right, Adam. So this is print assembly.
All right. So this is where heavy things get assembled into heavier things,
exactly.
and then eventually they leave.
Yes.
Yes, because the IMAX camera can only capture, I think, that much film, like 2.5 minutes. So they have to assemble 2.5 minutes into more film. But even more than that, it's like if you're filming, like, say, The Odyssey, you have to film everything in 2.5 minute chunks, which is a mind-blowing concept. For if you've watched the movie, the fact that they would have to film 2.5 minutes and then reload the camera and then film 2.5 minutes and then reload the camera. What the fuck? How do you even edit something like this? Yeah, how the fuck do you edit something like this? Because it's all filmed on film. What the fuck? There's no digital editing. You can't just pull up fucking, like, DaVinci.
The volume of it is just staggering.
Yeah, we have a lot of stations here. A lot of work gets done. Irving has a group of 2, so 3 altogether in print assembly.
How many platters are you processing out of this room in a day?
It really depends. I mean, generally they're working on one at a time.
Okay.
It really depends if we have multiple titles happening at the same time. In this case, we have one film that is getting plattered up for a screening this afternoon, and it's basically a bunch of film out reels that are processed and printed at Photochem, and we're going to show them here at our theater.
It's amazing. I mean, I remember my rewind table at the theater.
Wait, so they process the film at Photochem and then they assemble it here and then they project it. So what's the point of the IMAX camera in that case? Like, could you not just get a camera, film in that format, and then process it? They're not actually having to reload the reels in that case. They're not filming film, they're filming digital. Unless I'm fucking this up. Like, maybe they're filming it with film and then they process it, edit it, and then re-put it into film? And then having to reassemble it again? Like, what the fuck?
Theater was like the size of a thing. This is the size of my first apartment in New York.
Yes, these are custom. There's one of one, and they're very old, but they work.
Amazing. Hey, Irving.
Okay. How are you?
Good to see you. So you have been here for 33 years?
Yes, I am.
Is it safe to say that you have touched almost every print that's come out of here?
I would say yes.
Okay, so walk me
Pretty
through what happens here.
Usually when they start a production, they go with making dailies. And every daily that is made, we come to this place, then it's get to be screen review, make sure that there is no scratches that physically look okay. Because the scratches can happen in the camera and the negatives, or it can happen in printing in the lab. So you want to make sure that everything is okay. Also, everything that we had a screen, we keep a record. So we had like records in 1980s.
Yeah.
We keep all those records. Every single roll that have been screen, they keep a record and we keep it on.
So every last thing that's come through here is chronicled.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And right
That
now we're
archive must be
working
crazy. That archive must be insane. Holy shit.
in a project, a demo, and I'm gonna pull. There is different pictures they're making from different parts of the movies.
Yeah.
And right now we are trying to put a portion of that movie and put it together like a puzzle, and then that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm looking for a specific scene.
Can I help?
You can roll it if you feel comfortable. But we're just gonna roll it. This was built like
What the fuck is that?
a month ago.
Okay.
And probably
Is that a
it was
roll?
made
That's just
with,
one roll? That's one
it
movie.
was make,
Holy fucking shit. That is one movie. Wait. Look how big this one is. This is one movie. This is like a 2-hour movie right here. That's crazy.
It was made with it was make you have probably 100 scenes inside this.
Okay, so
100
this is a
100
daily
scenes.
reel with like 100 scenes in it.
Yes, and then we're gonna.
That's
look
just
for
the
a
daily?
specific one that they need right now. But they,
Whoa. That's not even the movie. That's just the daily. So daily is like when you film at the end of the day, everything you filmed is in that daily. So what he's saying is they're going to look through that entire roll for specific scenes. So there's 100 scenes in there. They're looking for specific scenes to cut together to make the movie. So that is just what they filmed in a day.
Just give us, we need this, and we have to find it in all of this.
You have to go through this and figure out
Yes.
where it is. Okay.
And usually that's why we try to keep this kind of list so they will give me an idea where they are.
Amazing.
Because otherwise it will be impossible to find it. And after that, the piece that we're gonna find there is gonna go into this little roll. And from that roll, we're gonna take a portion of the same material and go into the demo that they need to screen tomorrow, actually.
Gotcha.
Oh, so this is all just to find a demo to screen tomorrow. Holy shit. And it's only a demo. So this is like, wait. Is he saying like directors would film and then they screen it through this? So after a day of filming the Odyssey, they would take this, be like, we need a scene in this. Cut this out, take this and project it so that we can see and like review the movie that we shot. What the fuck? That is crazy.
And this is like an old tape machine. Remember when you push the cassette tape and you play, move this way or move that way?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like that.
Oh, that's what it is, okay.
Yes. So this one will, if I want to push over there, move over there, just press this one. Or if I want to go the other way, go that way, stop and
Gotcha. And
kind of,
this is
it's
speed
very
control.
simple. And these are only tension, you know, because you need,
okay.
it's a lot, you need tension,
that's
and
not
these
even
are
speed,
the
it's
speed
tension.
control, which is how one here. One
Gotcha.
here is the same one, the same control. And they've been here for more than 35
30
years.
years.
So,
These have
God.
been here longer than you?
yes.
Okay.
Crazy. Same
So this
technology
one
for
is
over
say they start
35
from
years.
Chart 78 to 101, which is what we got here.
Okay, so now you go find that.
78, because they start 78 and then I'm gonna go all the way. It start from 1, but
But
it's
that
in
means that
different-
all of these have already been left and
yes,
refiled.
in a different platters.
Gotcha.
Because you can, these platters only can hold like a 1 hour platter, and sometimes we had screenings of 2 hours.
That's only 1 hour? That's only 1 hour. Holy shit. So you would need 3 of those to show the Odyssey in full. Holy shit.
Hours plus, so we need to build into small platters like this and then take it to whatever we need to screen.
That's the small platter.
This is the regular platter, 45-inch platter. This is the standard for most of the films.
Gotcha.
But a big movie, 2 hours and a half movie, will go in 3 of these. And then you build it into 1 platter in whatever theater you go. Yes.
Holy crap. I want to see how big the Odyssey was in 1 platter. That must have been insane.
I find myself wondering, there's a machine shop somewhere in the world that just makes these. I mean, maybe there's more than one, but I mean, it's got to be a pretty bespoke business. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
3, 2, 1, the countdown.
So here we are putting tension on this side, so it will not wind loose to this.
Yep.
So we got, and then you have closures so it can allow the engine to engage to the platter and it can rotate. So this one we're gonna go that way, which is ready there, and just help a little bit. And because you cannot go, see, it doesn't have no numbers, no nothing. We just
You just go and then you go hunt for it.
yes.
You have
But
to
you
do it
know
by
that it's
feel.
probably right around
Somewhere there, yeah, because this 100 shot, but it's starting from shot 78, so probably somewhere in here.
Holy cow.
That's a That's a lot of film.
It really is sort of blowing my mind, just the sheer weight, the sheer volume of plastic and aluminum required to move these pieces and prints around. This is less than an hour of film, but it's such a resolution that it weighs, you know, dozens and dozens of pounds. It's amazing. It's like the single heaviest component of flying an airplane is its fuel. Like, you don't really think about that, but it really is like most of managing an airplane's weight is about managing the weight of its fuel. And for some reason, that seems to me to have some parity to, like, if you want the best, the sharpest film format, well, it's going to get heavy, and it's going to get heavy in a hurry.
It's gonna
That's the
get
splice,
really
yeah?
heavy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So you have a
splice.
cutter that cuts the.
Yes, and this is the one that does that.
Oh, so is that the difference between this splicer and that splicer?
Yes, that
This one does the zigzag.
This
cut.
one does the zigzag, so you can pull it
Oh,
apart
so you can cut it directly on the cut.
and put it
Because
back.
if you didn't
like
see-
a puzzle. This one does the zigzag.
If you
So is
didn't
that the
see,
difference between this?
and
yeah,
this is the
that has a zigzag, and that is a zigzag cut. Wow.
one
Okay.
that does that.
Oh, so is that the difference between this splicer and that splicer?
Yes, that
This one does the
Mm.
zigzag.
This
cut.
one does the zigzag, so you can pull it apart and put it back like a puzzle. But this one, once you do one of those, because it's kind of welded,
Oh.
so you cannot tear it apart. If you tear it apart, you cannot put it back together.
So this is for like final assembly.
Yes.
And this is for temporary
Yes.
assembly. Gotcha.
Oh, so the zigzag is a temporary cut, so you could put it back together.
Okay, so we're in part of the projection room here.
We are below it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I help? Can I help put load this? Oh, amazing. Okay.
So now we're lifting the platter up onto the Mark II reel unit.
Okay, now we're gonna lock it in.
Ah, okay.
Got it
I
in.
love his reaction. Look at his face.
Okay.
Look at his fucking face, bro. I love
Now
Adam
we're gonna
Savage,
lock it
bro.
in.
Ah,
We
okay.
had a pin to lock, and also we had the screw. If you can pass me this one, and that just got tight in there.
All right.
Now, this is going up to the projector, and so we need a lot of thread leader, and we're gonna spoon a lot of it. So because the projectors are in the second floor, so you see it's
Oh, so
gonna
you need to
travel from
put
here
this-
all the way up and then
Oh,
coming down.
wow. So you need to put it to the ceiling in order to. Wow, that's a big projection.
So it's not gonna be the actual movie; it's just leader.
Right. So this is all just blank film, but it's going to travel all the way up where that rope's going through the hole.
Yes.
Because all the work is done down here and all the heavy lifting comes down on the first floor, there was no real way to get these into the booth, as you'll see when we go up there.
So the weight of this means that architecturally, this is an accommodation because of how heavy these are.
It is, and it might seem
Wow.
crazy, like why would you invent
Wait, how heavy do those things get? I mean, that shit looks fucking heavy. And that's like that's like maybe 20 minutes of a movie. So they're like, God damn, if you're filming a 2.5 hour movie, if you're showing that, it must be impossible for like two people to be able to even like lift it and load it. So might as well
something like that?
project it through the fucking ceiling. God damn.
But it works.
Amazing.
Yep,
You
yep.
guys must, though, have some intense HVAC here because I would imagine small
The
amounts
heat.
of dust can damage this print over time.
Yeah, it's not as big a deal as it is with negative.
Of course.
And we have special rollers too that help make sure that everything's clean before it goes into the projector.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot of film he just wound up there. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, how many feet, Irving, do you have of leader on the head?
I don't know, probably like 100 feet.
100 feet.
So IMAX film
Ah,
was 337 feet per minute, so that's just over, 20 seconds of leader, right?
Wow.
Wow, how many
330
fucking
and
rolls?
35 millimeters, like,
90 feet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, an hour is a mile in 35 millimeter.
An hour
my
is a
God.
mile in 35 millimeter. In 70 millimeter, it's 2 miles for 1 hour of film.
God, the cable carries the film up.
Wow, these guys are fucking innovators like a motherfucker.
Okay, now we're gonna walk up
Okay.
and pull this so we can
Okay, so
continue
you go
training.
up there and pull it. You don't
Yes.
just.
We just go like fishing in
Okay.
Canada.
I'm sure.
Wow.
I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that this travels 30 feet into the ceiling to get to the projector.
Yeah, yeah, it does. And then it has to come back down.
Oh my God! Of course it does.
Yes.
So it travels another 30 feet back
That's
down
right.
to get the take-up reel, which
Right
is,
down here.
of course, it's there. That's insane. I love that that works.
It is amazing.
For 3D movies, is it double this?
It is double this. Yeah, we actually have a
Wow.
whole other Mark II assembly platter system over there. And if you notice, there's these little pulleys that go over your head.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so we actually have 2 sets that can go up there for left eye and right eye film projection.
Oh my God! Two separate.
Wait. They do double that for 3D? Oh my God. Nobody even watches 3D anymore. So it's okay like a fucking waste, but wow, that's crazy.
Gigantic prints for left eye and right eye.
Yes.
Amazing. Just to give you a sense of the size of this is a roughly hour-long reel and loaded with film weighs about 300 pounds. This is a 68-inch reel, holds just shy of 3 hours, weighs almost 600 pounds.
600 pounds. For all of my people here in Australia, 600 pounds is 300 kilos around about. That's like 3 men. 300 kilo men weighs the Odyssey. That's how much the Odyssey weighs. 300 kilo men. Holy crap.
And this is not their biggest reel. This is their second biggest reel. Crazy. I'm only a tiny bit taller than this.
You know what I would love to do? This is actually like sparking something into me. I would love to do I love videos like this, right? And I love tours and museums of like historical or just like innovative art in like stuff, right? I would love to do a tour in Japan. If I go to Japan, I would love to do a tour of the like Shonen Jump. I would love to do a tour of Shonen Jump. I would love to do a tour of like Toei Animation, Mappa, Wit Studios. I would love to do a tour of those places, bro. Like just a work environment, what they do, what they like how they get the manga, how it goes from like the mangaka into the Shonen Jump magazine, and how they take like the Shonen Jump magazine and then they turn it into animation cells, which turns into the anime that we watch. I would love to do something like that. I don't know if they do that for like foreigners, but that would be an amazing tour. I would love to see.
So here's Yvonne with the film that came from below.
I just love that these are bolted to the engineer in me thinks this shouldn't be possible, but it's perfect. Okay, so what's the next step for this to get into the projector?
So he's gonna go through the rods.
Okay.
And we're gonna be using that film projector.
So this is the David Keeley Theater booth.
Gotcha.
And we have 3 sets of projectors, 1 film and 2 digital.
Okay, so that's a set of film projectors.
Yes.
A set of digital projectors and another digital
That's right.
projector.
And they're all on
Wow. So that's the film. That is the IMAX film projector. And then they also have IMAX digital projectors. I didn't know they did IMAX digital projection, but it makes sense. Like I said, like, why wouldn't you just film something digitally within that format and then just project it in IMAX? I guess like the loss of detail, but how much would that even affect the movie quality? I mean, watching The Odyssey, it wasn't really the detail that really got me. It was more like the grandiose nature of it. It felt like I was watching like an epic for real, for real. Dune, I need to see in IMAX. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Dune 3, I need to see that in IMAX because how epic Dune 2 was, I need to see that in IMAX projection. So
projectors, 1 film and 2 digital.
Okay, so that's a set of film projectors.
Yes.
A set of digital projectors and another digital
That's right.
projector.
And they're all on a rail system. That allows us to basically prep for a session. So we might have a digital session 10 minutes ago, it wraps, and then we have to basically go right into film. So they can prep all this and load it all
so
up,
they have it
and
on
then
rails so
slide
that they
over
can
in
push it
literally
over?
5 minutes, we're operating on film.
Amazing. And is the reason there's 2 digital
Fire.
projectors is for stereo projection?
Yes, and also to get the
3D.
power we need on the screen. That's our GT digital projection system.
So you double it?
Yeah, it's full 143. In fact, every morning we have a calibration system. Anytime these projectors move, we have an auto calibration system that converges the 2 projectors.
Wow. And so you're putting one image on top of the other to get the maximum amount of brightness from
Yes.
the digital projection.
Yes.
Whoa, that's the next level of like fucking wow. They film. They put 2 projections of 70mm on top of each other to get the most brightness. That's fire! Holy shit!
The only way to achieve full 143 digital projection in IMAX.
So even though he is spooling the film into the film projector, that projector is still going to move into its final position.
That's right.
And this rig can accommodate that.
Absolutely.
Again, an engineer in me is like, this shouldn't really work.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Why shouldn't it work?
Right, and then it's coming back
That's right. This is the return trip.
through the same hole.
Right, because left eye, right eye.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Going fishing. Yeah, and here's the film projectors going into place. You can run both these projectors if you're doing 3D, but also if you're doing a rollover. So basically, if you're going to transfer over
Gotcha.
from one to the other, if he had, let's say, 2 different reels that we needed to go from one to the other, we could go into that mode.
So say if they have a movie that's
little
longer than
pinholes in
one
the corner
roll.
of the.
Yeah.
Because I
Right,
remember
the
doing the
first one
changeover.
and the second one,
Yeah,
the changeover.
totally.
Yeah.
You don't do that. How do you know when to do the changeover?
Because we're not doing it for final product.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll basically just change over to the other one when we
Totally
need to. But it's
fair.
all in sync. Even our sound. Our sound is basically a digital track
yeah.
that goes in on an optical disc, and we ingest it into a hard drive system.
And it syncs up
It
with that.
syncs up with the film, exactly. Similar to the DTS system.
Gotcha. All right, so this is the business end of the process we just watched. A director who is working on a film with IMAX is coming in a few minutes to watch some dailies of their film. We can't tell you what it is, but it's now been spooled.
I'm guessing it's going to be Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, but that's actually insane. Like, you would have to go in. Wow. I mean, to see the dailies, I mean, they said that on the Odyssey that they weren't watching dailies of the film in IMAX. They were watching, I think they were recording IMAX and then also 35mm next to each other so that they have something to compare the performance to, so that they can actually watch the dailies on the day and compare their performance and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is X, Y, and Z. But now on the editing process, you have to go in and be like, okay, every day I'm gonna go and watch my fucking movie on IMAX. That's crazy.
Into this projector, and it's about to be projected. Everything about this process is sort of gargantuan and incredible to me, and I can only imagine how thrilling it is for that director.
You know what this feels like? This feels like old school cinema, silver screen cinema, like that feeling of wonderment and being like, what the fuck? Like, how is this even possible? That's how I felt watching this movie on IMAX, because it's so larger than life. It really feels like you have like that sense of reality that we're missing from cinema. Because back in the day, wasn't the first film that was shown on the screen a train coming to camera, and people got so scared that they legit ran and dodged out of the way because they thought the train was actually coming to them. Like, legit, watching the Odyssey felt a little bit like that. It felt like, holy shit, like, this is crazy big. Like, I feel like I'm actually on the ship. Like, this is crazy. I feel like the Cyclops is actually coming at me. I feel like I'm watching this woman turn men into oh my god, turning men into pigs. It feels like that. Like, bro, this is crazy.
To see their footage in such a format, it's got to be intoxicating.
Is that the Odyssey? I wonder if you can like match up like a scene from the Odyssey to that frame right there. Wait, is that the cave scene? In the, no, I mean they're only showing one daily, so it doesn't really make any sense. Amazing, amazing video. I'm such a film nerd. That was a great video. I love that shit. Holy shit. I love that shit. Ah. That was amazing. I fucking loved it. All right, people.